Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Schuh, delegate from District 31. I've had the, good evening, by the way. Thank you for coming to support James and his efforts. I've had the opportunity to sit next to James for 4 years now, literally shoulder to shoulder in the Maryland House of Delegates, and I've gotten to know him fairly well during that time. And over those 4 years, he's impressed me in many ways. He's impressed me with his conservatism, with his ability to get things done, with his republicanism, and as a person. Now, as a conservative, James has a record that is second to none in Annapolis. He has never voted for a tax increase. In fact, he's taken every opportunity to roll back every tax that he could. He's never voted for a fee increase. He has never voted for any of Martin O'Malley's 4 budgets, and instead supported the alternative budget proposals that were put forward by the minority party that would have balanced the budget without the historic tax increase of 2007 and without the tax increase that we know is coming next year in 2011. Sure as guns iron, it's coming. He's fought efforts to further abridge our Second Amendment rights and to protect our property rights, and he's been a stalwart protector of the rights of people to their very lives, the right to life. Now, in recognition of his steadfast support of conservative principles, James was honored by being named Legislator of the Year by the Maryland Taxpayers Association. He's the only freshman legislator that was so recognized, and he was just recently recognized as a Liberty legislator by the Institute for Liberty, which gave him a 100% rating, which means that every one of his votes in the legislature was consistent with liberty and freedom. And that's important these days, as we all know. Now, in terms of getting things done, James does get things done. You wouldn't think so with a record like that. You'd think that he would be despised by the majority party and shunned and unable to get anything done. In fact, it's exactly the opposite. He gets a lot done. Despite those conservative stands, James is well liked by the majority party. More importantly, he's respected by the majority party, and that's why he is able to block so much bad legislation in this committee, where he is a very effective member and where he has become the go-to guy on issues pertaining to business in the legislature, regardless of party. That's quite an accomplishment. As a Republican, I think all of you know that there is no stronger supporter of our efforts to build the Republican Party in Maryland than James King. Whether it's helping out candidates or attending functions for sitting office holders or supporting groups with their efforts, James gives his support freely everywhere. I don't recall an event going off, a party-building type event going off, where that event didn't enjoy the support and sponsorship of James King. Now, as a person, I have to commend to you no better man for the Maryland State Senate than James King. He's honest, he's hardworking, he's smart, he's loyal, and above all else, he is totally committed to making Maryland a better place. I consider myself fortunate to be able to call James King my colleague and my friend, and it is an honor to stand before you here today and offer James my full support and my wholehearted endorsement for his race for Senate. I hope you will too.